There is a purported Mass Effect 4 details leak, which I, again, I'm two minds on this because I love Mass Effect and everything I hear about Mass Effect, although the whole I want new IPs thing. Yeah, that we did a lot of coverage on that, actually. And it's
credit
I don't know
goes
what else
to
to say about
credit
it.
goes to Reddit and to NeoGAF on this for
Yeah.
sort of piecing it all together. I mean, there was a Reddit user that took the survey and posted a bunch of details, and then people on NeoGAF basically were able to piece together why this is probably true. This exact same thing in this exact same way happened with Dragon Age Inquisition. Turned out to be totally true. So, all right, here's your spoiler warning. If you do not want to know details, likely details about Mass Effect 4, fast forward a good 10, 15
10
minutes. So here we go. So narrative details. This is going to be a diarrhea vomit of
reading stuff.
reading things. The premise is that it's set in the Helios cluster of the Andromeda Galaxy, removed by time and space from the Commander Shepard trilogy and its ending. You play as a Pathfinder explorer leading an expedition with the aim of establishing a new home for humanity. You'll encounter savage, untamed lands, cutthroat outlaws, warring alien races in an effort to survive and colonize. Andromeda is home to a mysterious alien race, the Remnants, which sounds an awful lot like the Reapers, who've left their vaults and ancient technology throughout. That sounds exactly like Reapers, but okay.
No, the Reapers. It was the people who made the Reapers. This sounds like.
That's what I meant.
Prometheans? No, that's Halo.
No, that's Prometheus.
Oh, that's
No,
Prometheus.
Prothean.
Thank you.
Yeah, I get them confused.
I know,
all the
I always
time.
do
Yes,
that.
Thank you.
But
Sorry, Internet.
even then, I don't think they made the Reapers, right? Haven't the Reapers just always
The
been?
Protheans made everything.
Right. Anyway.
Isn't what's his bucket? What's his name? Javik? Isn't he
Martin
Prothean?
Sheen.
The character, the hero, yeah.
Yeah, the
Him too.
squad member. Prothean.
Yeah, he was Prothean.
I don't think they.
Compelling
whatever.
radio.
This is so
Theater of the
Reapers
We're
mind.
confused, dudes.
who haven't played Mass Effect since it came out. Either of the three.
We're a
All
little
right,
fuzzy on
or
the
if you've
moving
details.
on.
Yeah.
You'll explore hundreds of solar systems over 4 times the size of Mass Effect 3, collecting resources, developing your ship, crew, arsenal, while engaging in diplomacy in order to set up colonies, while discovering the mystery behind the Remnants and racing to secure their
I
technology.
like that part. I want to just explore space.
Well, that's what kicked ass about Mass Effect 1. That's
Yeah.
what helped make it a role-playing game.
Yeah.
Whereas Mass Effect 2 became more of an action
Pew-pew.
game.
Yeah.
Got rid of some of those RPG elements. New species, I won't bother. Squad mates, blah, blah, blah. Loyalty missions, which we saw in Mass Effect 2. Dialogue will include meaningful choices, deeper control over responses, such as interrupting conversation.
oh my god, you can just
Oh,
be such a
nice.
dick. I love it.
I'm going to be...
The left
so,
trigger, right trigger
I
mechanism
was-
from one.
Yeah.
I was the renegadiest renegade in the entire Mass Effect
Did you
trilogy.
punch a lot of people in the face?
Reporters
Kicked a lot of men out windows.
Yeah, pushed a guy off of a unfinished building down to his death. All sorts of horrible
That's
things.
awesome.
And if I can interrupt conversations, I'm gonna be the biggest tool in the entire universe.
I need some information. Sure, but first, I'm gonna kill you.
Just pull a gun on him instantly. So deeper control over responses such as interrupting conversation. Action-based choices are physical choices to shape the course of conversations, such as pulling out a weapon and forcing them to open a door instead of attempting to do so purely via conversation.
Time out before we move on. What do we
right.
think of all this? Because this, to me, is the Mass Effect I've wanted since Mass Effect
So
1.
this, to me, sounds like a blend of all 3 of the original Mass Effect games, but with a bit more of a leaning toward Mass Effect 1.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me super happy.
Yeah, because Shepard wasn't like he was trying to become a Spectre, but a Spectre wasn't like, oh, we're elite killing machines. Like a Spectre was a protector, and they went out and they made sure that everything was okay in the
Yes.
galaxy. This seems a lot less hostile as a protagonist. Like you are out trying to find something. You're Star
colonizing.
Trek.
Yeah,
You are,
it is-
you are-
yeah, Star Trek.
You are a
That's a great way
Star
to put
Trek
it.
captain. You are finding worlds and maybe making
Mr.
a
Krogan,
mess.
laying a course for the neutral zone.
Perfect. I like the sound of the loyalty stuff. Like it's not loyalty mission specific to the character. It's just they have a passion for that, so I'm gonna.
Those were the best missions in Mass Effect 2.
Totally.
Yeah, for sure. Well, even in 3, like the loyalty missions gave you an opportunity to really dive into the character's backstory.
Yes.
And for me, Mass Effect to me is definitely more, and I guess I don't know how you could misidentify it as anything but an RPG. That's the most RPG element is like getting
Yep.
to know the characters,
Loyalties.
learning their
Yep.
backstories, like identifying with them, and then they are a benefit to you, the player for doing that. That's the super Mass Effect-y stuff. I like the rest of the stuff too. I mean, it's just more stuff. It's more things to do. The draw has always for me been the story. That's why I like Mass Effect 1 the best, because it's the story that makes it the best.
High five.
Boom.
Mass
Does
Effect
any of
1
this
for
make
life.
you want to play Mass Effect for the first
Yeah,
time?
this all sounds great.
I've said so many times I would want to go back and play that game, except have you gone back to try it on Xbox 360? It's like...
No, you'd want to play it on PC. At
PC.
this point.
Mass Effect 1 on
yeah,
PC is
like,
still really great.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'll have
Still
really...
like flawed in a lot of the same ways, but still like totally worth it.
Yeah, like I was going to say, it's pretty much unplayable on 360 these days.
From the exploration customization category, the Tempest starship, pilot it to hundreds of solar systems, customizable. Transition between flying the ship, landing on a planet, driving the Mako, getting out on foot, all seamless. No loading screens or elevator rides.
That sounds great.
Woo!
Flying
Well,
a ship in Mass Effect
Technically,
sounds
an elevator
awesome.
ride isn't a loading
I
screen.
kind of have this.
It is
I kind of have
now.
a soft spot for the elevators.
I miss
Because,
those
like,
conversations.
Yeah, there was always weird little funny conversations
Like
that
the Garrus
happened.
Tally stuff was classic.
Yeah,
So
like
good.
they were too long and they were kind of poorly implemented. But those hilarious little conversations made them a little bit worth it, I would say.
The Mako, we knew that was returning. That was the thing we already knew for sure. It's upgradable as well as customizable. Hundreds of planet surfaces to explore, discovering places to colonize, and alien vaults and outputs to conquer. Colonies, build settlements on habitable planets. Decide what type of settlement you'll get. You'll have for bonuses. I'm not quite sure what that means, but
All this colonization stuff is kind of worrying me.
oh, here we go. Recon
I think you're
settlements.
crazy.
Yeah.
Recon
man.
settlements will clear fog of war on the space map and offer more strike team missions, while mining settlements will periodically supply crafting materials.
There we go. So
I
the
think this-
settlement you build gives you different opportunities.
Yeah, I think this all feeds into the RPG mechanics of what kind of a character are you building.
Yeah.
Like, do you want an explorer? Do you want someone who has a lot of resources? Do you want to sort of create this war mind monger?
And blueprints to craft alien technology. We've seen that in other games before, and it's always cool. And customizable skill trees, gear, and weapons for your crew. Love that control over the other characters.
Yeah.
That is
Definitely.
sweet. As for mission types and multiplayer, Remnant Vault raids, which will be, let's see here, find and activate, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that's a,
For confused dudes.
yeah.
I mean, it almost sounds like
And then there's Horde mode,
Like
a la
Destiny
Mass Effect
raids?
3.
yeah, it sounds like Destiny raids, like big events.
Yeah, strike teams return 20 minutes to 30 minutes later with XP currency.
Sidebar, I bet infinite In-N-Out burgers that you will be able to pay money to buy star keys to unlock vaults and to unlock facilities.
Also, is this
Oh.
just Borderlands 3?
Anyway, so that's the bulk of it. And again, there's a very good reason to believe that all this is true and that this is Mass Effect 4. And
Do you
sounds
think
good
this
to me.
game's going to be called Mass Effect 4?
Nope.
I do not either.
Mass Effect : some
Yep.
cool subtitle.
Mass Effect
Well,
colon
if they're trying to distance it from the original trilogy and the original story, yeah, it'll probably
It might
have
just be
its
like
own.
Mass Effect Pathfinder.
yeah.
Which, nope, just kidding. That's a
a
brand
thing?
that you
That's a
can't.
real thing.
Yeah, you can't
Mass
call
Effect
the game
Dungeons and
Pathfinder.
Dragons.
Yeah.
I mean, because Dragon Age
Mass
Inquisition,
Effect. The Mako is a Nissan Pathfinder.
when the Inquisition, this leak came out for Inquisition, it was called Dragon Age 3
Yeah.
Inquisition.
It was also announced as Dragon Age 3.
Was it really?
Yep. And then
I
a
don't
week
know.
later,
That's
they're like,
true.
oh, just kidding.
Yeah,
JK.
get rid of that 3.
Anyway,
So, are we're all yay? We're all thumbs up on this?
Yeah,
If
all
it's-
that
if
sounds
it's all
great.
I'll be
accurate?
I'm
even more
excited to
excited.
see more.
I'll be even more excited when the remastered trilogy gets announced at E3.
Me too. You think that'll happen?
yeah.
For sure.
I would bet they show a trailer for the new one and they go, and while you wait,
Hmm.
re-experience the magic, Marty.
Experience the magic. And they actually call me out in the conference.
Wait, have you never played Mass Effect?
We've been over this.
Oh
Come on,
my
Finnegan.
god, I did not know that.
Wow.
I've never had a blueberry before.
Shark's too busy.
Is that true?
No.
Oh.
I hate you. Oh man.